the sisal is a natural plant, looks like a big aloe vera plant, or one of those big agave plants you use for tequila.
Yep.
Looks like that. They chop it, they let it dry, and they harvest these fibers, very thin fibers, and they weave them together, and they create a thread. Okay, much like creating a thread, like it's very similar to, like, have you seen like boat thread, for example? Like what that's kind of what that is. Okay, and they'll harvest it, they'll mill the threads together, and it comes in one of two forms. Either it comes in like a big roll, which is what we call virgin sisal, and virgin sisal has round strands, but also what they do is they have another type of sisal called, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called mangled sisal, which is basically they'll take the round strand and they'll flatten it. They're basically going through a big roller and they'll flatten it, which gives it a little different compression rate and effectiveness rate.
Right.
They work differently, kind of much like you would have, cloth treatments work differently.
Cloth treatments, but these also help you reduce the amount of prep work and sanding time that you have.
Right.
Involved.
So these are designed to basically very quickly remove sanding lines left over on ferrous metals, steel and stainless steel.
Right.
Okay. And that in combination with a steel cut, very coarse, aggressive compound is what is going to give you the finish and taking out the sanding lines.
And the mill lines. All right, so I've loaded up the sisal buff with the steel cut compound. It's gonna still take a little bit before it really soaks into the fibers. So we're gonna start cutting on this surface of this pipe real quick. So you just saw us do our quick cut with the sisal buff and the steel cut compound. This is a super aggressive bar. Don't get it confused with the Black Magic stainless cutting compound. That'd be a bad day. So now I'm gonna go back over this with a single stitch red buff and the Black Magic stainless cutting compound. And we're gonna bring out a little bit of a shine on this pipe. So now we've got our cut using the Black Magic bar and the single stitch red buff. So we could actually come back over this with the pink buff and the SS800 blue bar and color this up and make it look really nice. But this gives you a good idea on what a sisal buff and steel cut bar combo mixed with the red buff and the Black Magic can do for your stainless steel.